Welcome to the Table Podcast series with Bridget Johnson. Each month, we give you game-changing conversations about K-12 education and leadership. Join us as top educators, field experts, and administrators share actionable strategies to transform your school community. Let's dive in.
Welcome to The Table, the podcast where student life professionals, educators, and changemakers come together to share stories, insights, and ideas for building communities where everyone belongs. I'm your host, Bridget Johnson, founder of the Dean's Roundtable and longtime student life professional. Each episode, we hear from people doing the hard, hopeful work of creating more just, compassionate, and restorative communities. So pull up a chair and let's get started. Today, I'm joined by Dr. Olivia Moorhead Slaughter, a clinical psychologist with more than 35 years of experience supporting the healthy growth and development of children, adolescents, families, and educators. Dr. O's career has spanned community health centers, schools, courts, and universities. She spent 26 years as a psychologist at the Park School in Brookline, Massachusetts, and currently serves on the faculty of Boston University School of Medicine. She's also a leader in the field of psychology, having chaired the APA Ethics Committee and the Massachusetts Board of Licensure, and now serves as the recording secretary on the APA Board of Directors. In addition to her academic and clinical work, Dr. O consults with independent schools nationwide on diversity, equity, inclusion, and well-being, and recently released a new book, Parents' Guide to Psychological First Aid, which helps caregivers navigate everything from early childhood through young adulthood. We're going to talk about her journey, her book, and how educators can help support the mental and emotional health of both students and themselves, with wisdom drawn from decades of experience and deep care for this work. So let's get started. Dr. O, so great to see you. It's been such a long time. How are you?
Grand rising to you. I am very, very well. And I really appreciate that you invited me to have this conversation with you.
Absolutely. It's been a long time coming. You know, we first got connected a while ago when you were so wonderful to present at the roundtable for our virtual conference, our one and only virtual conference.
Oh, back when.
Yeah,
All
things were a little different.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I remember it well. I remember it well.
You know, and so much has changed since then. And so I'm
For
ready to kind of jump in and yes, absolutely. And so I want to jump in and talk about all that stuff with you today.
Let's do it.
All right. So I'm just going to jump right in. So you have dedicated over 3 decades to supporting young people, families, and educators. Looking back, what first drew you to this work and what's kept you inspired to stay in it for so long?
Wow. I pinch myself because I truly feel like it's a privilege to get to do work that is your calling.
Yeah.
When you get to work at the center of your calling and in spaces where it's a joy to show up,
Mm-hmm.
do the work that you do, it truly is a blessing. And so I've had that kind of career, and schools have always been a part of the places and spaces where I have shown up. So I was
Mm-hmm.
that little girl. I loved school.
Yeah.
And when I was not at school, like we had a day off, I would play
Mm-hmm.
school. I would,
You were one of those, huh?
I would line up my stuffed animals, and they would be my students, and I would teach them all the things and readings. I'm from a long line of teachers, so
Mm-hmm.
I think the thought was that perhaps I'd be a teacher, but I have a deep admiration and respect for teachers. Because I come from a family of teachers, and my mother was a third grade teacher her whole career, and she was rock star in our home
Yeah.
because we would run into people who knew her always. So I didn't want to necessarily become a teacher, although I do teach predoctoral students in
Uh-huh.
who are becoming psychologists. But I really, really love schools. So I have figured out a way, I think, over the course of my career to still
Mhm.
keep going to school. The calendar, the new year for me is September to June.
Yeah.
I don't really think I should work between June and August. It's like everybody's on vacation, right?
Yes.
So I have figured that out. But schools to me are where children grow, learn, become the best versions of themselves. It's where they get to practice things, where they
Absolutely.
make mistakes, where they get to figure out the who am I.
Mm-hmm.
And if the school is doing it right, it is really a child centered, the decisions we make, the kinds of programs and the curriculum and how we do things is based on those growing children. So
Absolutely.
I have adored being a psychologist in a school. I'm a clinical psychologist,
Mm-hmm.
not a school psychologist. And the reason I get to work in schools is because I've always worked in independent schools where you do not have to be a school psychologist to work in a school. So that's been, I have worked in public schools, but
Uh-huh.
that predates when they put that certification thing in. Because my primary identity really is as a child clinical psychologist.
Gotcha.
But in independent schools
Uh-huh.
and in my work in independent schools, the psychologist is like a normal part of the fabric of the school.
Yeah,
It's not
absolutely.
somebody that's down in the basement around the stairs.
Mm-mm. Not on the fringe.
Right there on the main thoroughfare, it's the door's always open. This is how I practiced at the park
Awesome.
school. And it was a place for everybody. I was there for the students primarily. I always told them
Uh-huh.
I show up every day really because of you. But
Because of
I
you.
was there for faculty, I was there for administrators, and I was there for parents. And I considered my role to be a partner with
Okay.
parents, with faculty, with admin. And for those children, my goal was that they consider taking care of your mental health just a part of being a healthy person. And that everybody has feelings, and that's in fact what I introduced myself to my youngest students as the feelings doctor.
I love that.
Who's got feelings? What kind of feelings do you have? I wanted them to have a vocabulary for that.
Uh-huh.
I want them to talk about it all the time.
All the time.
Normal, that you can
Yeah.
name all those things and that you show up as a full person. Like your feelings, your mental health is the engine of the train. And
Oh, I like that.
yeah, if that engine doesn't work, it doesn't matter what's behind it. You know,
It doesn't.
you need a strong, healthy engine to drive the train so that all the other parts of your life work well. So that was really my goal.
Okay.
Was for your mental health, for the psychologist, I told parents, don't be alarmed if I know
Mhm. Yes.
all my children. And so then I know your child is a good thing
Yeah.
because the relationship, relationship, relationship. Children are not going to talk to somebody they don't know.
Exactly. Say it one more time for the people on the back.
Not going to talk to somebody they don't know. And children know whether or not you respect them, whether or not you like children, first of all.
Mhm. Yeah, whether you're genuine.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
I do think there are people in schools that it's a job.
Mhm.
It's not their calling.
Yeah.
They like the subject they teach, but
Yeah.
do they like who they're teaching it to? Kids know.
Mm.
They
They
know.
do know.
Know.
They
And
do know.
they remember when they will tell you things you said to them decades later. You may not
Yep,
remember, but
but they definitely do.
they definitely do. So my
Absolutely.
my years at the park school, the 26 years, I say that's, I ran my marathon and I gave myself credit for the point two because of COVID. I figured,
Fair enough.
truly was 26.2. It was a marathon,
Okay.
but it was a beautiful run. And, when I called it, I literally called it because I wanted another chapter.
Okay.
Still excited about what I was doing.
Uh-huh.
I left with a lot of love. Um,
Nice.
and I wanted to leave at a time when I was still feeling the love and when it felt like they were still
They were still loving you.
feeling
I get it. No, that makes sense. I'm
it.
not mad at you on that one.
Turned out. And Chris,
Yeah.
I had seen that movie,
Yeah.
stayed a little
Not pretty.
long, and it's not good. It's not a good
No.
book, right?
Right, exactly. So
So
let's talk about, I mean, you've seen the conversation around mental health in schools change,
Mm.
especially in independent schools. So, since you first began working in this space, what's getting better and what still needs our collective attention?
Oh, the what's getting better. I do
Yeah.
think our schools are paying more attention to the emotional and the social well-being of their students. I think they're staffing for it differently.
Hmm.
I think they are prioritizing it differently than perhaps many years ago when I first.
Yeah.
I think they're paying attention to the real environment that children are growing up in, and taking some responsibility for not only providing the all the subject matter, all the challenge, all the scholarly things that our schools definitely will do and should do,
Uh huh.
also thinking about the kind of people we want
Yes.
our students to be. Who do we want them to grow up? There are no independent schools that I know of that are interested in kind of going midway. Also RANs, kind of
Hmm.
average. Our schools are about producing leaders. We
Yes.
want our children to soar. And we want them to be the folks out there who are change makers, who are going
Hmm.
to indeed make this world a better place, make a contribution. So I think we have to educate differently, and I think we're starting to do that. And I think
Okay.
schools are starting to pay attention to some of the things that are real challenges for young people now
Now.
that really, didn't exist when I started in the school in 1998. I mean, if you think about the way the internet has spiraled,
Oh my goodness. Yes.
it just all of the things. Kids didn't have cell phones back then. There was no such thing
Right.
as an iPhone back in the early 90s. Barely was there email. So
Email. Yeah.
we were a little worried about email and
Man, that was the only thing we had to worry about now.
right, right. But parents have an exponentially harder job today
Yes.
than parents
Absolutely.
in the 80s and 90s. And it just is, oh my, it's daunting
It is.
they are up against and the challenges they're having. I see kids who are under the age of 2, you know,
Mhm.
with their parents'
De
cell phone
device, yeah,
with a
device in hand.
device in hand, and I'm like, wow, this is different.
Yeah, it's different,
Mhm.
for sure,
And now,
and
more and more you're seeing schools grapple with during the school day. Are we going to become a no phone?
I know yeah, that's lots of schools that I'm working with, ha had that conversation, and some have decided to go no devices, some are saying, "No, we've gotta teach, kids how to regulate themselves
Mhm.
because they're not living in a no cell phone society."
Mhm.
So, people have lots of different philosophies about that right now.
They do, but they're taking it. They're thinking about the real world challenge of that, the pros and cons.
Mhm.
There's some things that you cannot expect the industry to protect our children from. And during the school days, should that be something schools are thinking about? And then you got
Right.
AI, of course, which is change is a game changer. And
Yeah.
it's just a game changer. I mean, in my profession, we're looking at this whole chat GPT and
Mhm.
thinking, is that the way to do the thing? Maybe I'll get that therapist, who just,
Ah, yeah.
anytime 24/7, I can find my chat GPT. But there's the upside. Nothing's all upside.
Right, no, you've gotta look at kinda both sides of things, right, before you kinda make your decision. It's not all good, and it's not all bad, so
That's right. That's right. So we can always do better. I think our schools can always do better. We're going to still have to navigate the real world.
yes.
Our walls are permeable. So whatever the climate is out there in the real world, actually
It seeps into
it permeates the walls of our schools, and you can see it in kind of the tenor and the timbre of how students treat each other, how they relate
Mhm.
to each other, the kinds of issues that they grapple with and they bring with them to their lives in school. I mean, I was always in a pre-K to eighth grade environment. So
Right.
then you got the whole secondary schools where
Yes.
truly their challenges are even greater. But
Absolutely.
it's trickling down.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
it's
they
trickling.
started those issues get the students get younger and younger with some of those issues for sure.
They absolutely do. They absolutely.
Yeah.
But the job is it is huge. What our job is to prepare students to be adults
Yeah.
and to be responsible adults and healthy adults and adults who will center more than just themselves. But
Yeah, kind also.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
We really, I think that has become harder and harder to figure out the path to do that.
Yes, for
Um,
sure.
yeah, and there are many
Right.
paths, many
There
paths.
are. There are many paths. You're absolutely right.
Mhm.
So you mentioned, you ran your race, you did your 26.2, and you closed the chapter at the Park School. And so now is a new chapter.
Sure.
And so, what did it feel like to make that transition after so many years in one community? And what has this next season of your professional life allowed you to explore, rediscover?
I was excited about it,
Mm-hmm.
and it was a little scary. Um, I am someone who has had a combo career my whole 30 plus years of being a psychologist.
Uh huh.
I love to combine things. So I was never full time at the Park School. I was always
Gotcha.
3 days there,
Uh huh.
day at BU School of Medicine, and one day was always a consulting day. And that
Gotcha.
combo life really suited me. It
Okay.
just, I absolutely loved it. So I had
Uh huh.
some of the, you got to show up, got to show up, got to show up on a certain time. I had 4 days like that. And then I had the one day where I got to kind of, I got to schedule, schedule
Yep.
life and to schedule all my consulting and all the things, other things
Mm-hmm.
that I like to do. This was going to mix it up. So
Yeah.
I'm really semi-retired because I stepped away from the 3 days of the Park School
Mm-hmm.
where I adored being for those 3 days, but taking that out of my schedule and just staying with BU one day.
Okay.
I always had the consulting day means that I really do have one day per week where I am time certain gonna need to be somewhere and where I have to put on big girl clothes.
Gotcha. Big girl clothes. I think I'm gonna start using that one too, 'cause I get it.
And I love that. I think that's
Yes.
wonderful, and I adore that what I get to do on that Thursday because these
Mhm.
are doctoral students in psychology who this is their last year of intensive clinical training.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And they're finishing up dissertations, many of them. They're
Mhm.
in that year of clinical training where you need and you have to have before you can get your doctorate in either counseling or clinical psychology.
Okay.
And then there are many of them going on to postdoctoral training, or they're going to launch on their first real professional job. It's right before they get their PhDs and their psych. And so I am, it's a year of immersive mentorship and supervision and training. It's the last year
Okay.
before they become my colleagues.
Nice.
And,
And so
yeah, that program, the Center for Multicultural Training in Psychology, which is at
uh-huh.
School of Medicine, is the oldest APA accredited multicultural training program in the country.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, over
That's
50 years
really
old.
wow.
And
Incredible.
our interns look like the world.
Yes.
And so we pride ourselves in being the space for folks who want excellent clinical training, but who also want to center multiculturalism and thinking about social justice and how to do this work in a way that contributes to the world and that holds the whole person where
Mm,
people get to show up as themselves, and how do you indeed apply psychological science and be the kind of psychologist who really does see people for who they are, wherever they are.
that's wonderful. And so you mentioned with mentorship. And
Yeah.
so you've mentored countless psychologists and educators, particularly nurturing multicultural and social conscious practitioners. So, what does effective mentorship look like to you? And what advice would you give to schools hoping to build healthier mentorship cultures for their faculty and staff?
So I consider myself a feminist mentor.
Okay.
So feminist mentoring is non-hierarchical.
Mm-hmm.
You're not the sage and, kind of looking downward in terms of do as I say.
Right.
That you really are centering that person and their goals and wanting them to decide, what are the priorities in your life and how can I support and help you get there?
Okay.
What would support look like? What would learning and growth look like? Where do you want things to improve? How can what's the program? What's the path that's going
Mm-hmm.
you get there? Where have you struggled? How
Okay.
how can I be helpful? Where do you want to do some work, and how can
Mm-hmm.
I support that? What kind of feedback are you seeking?
Okay.
You may or may not be the right person to
Mm.
do that mentoring.
Okay.
And how much time do you want? Is this like a short term kind of 6 week, let's see what we can get done? Or is this over a period of time? So, what
Okay.
I have more time to do now is professional mentorship.
Okay.
And I was doing some of that before, but now I actually can sign up to do more of that and do it over time with people who are in schools,
Mm-hmm.
many of them in the roles of providing support for others in schools. So I mentor psychologists, I mentor school counselors, I mentor school social workers. I mentor folks who are in administrative roles that are in that whole student life realm.
Yes.
They really are holding kind of all the life of the school.
They are. They're the glue that holds the school together. I say that almost every day,
Yes.
because I don't think people really realize that. And it's a thankless job, those folks.
It
They,
can be. It can, because you want to take everything into account. People are not widgets, and you can do all the right things and say all the right things, and people will surprise you
uh-huh.
because you still might not get the best outcome, but you still
Absolutely.
come you were anticipating. But it's such an important role,
It's
and
critical.
it is a critical role. So deans are definitely in that role.
Yes.
All the deans. So I mentor all those people who are in those roles, even admissions, thinking about
Hmm.
how do you build a student body and all of the things you're thinking about.
Yeah.
But
It's all connected.
it's all connected. All the health
It,
center, counseling center staff who are right on the front lines, and you really can't turn anybody away. And think about our upper schools, our secondary schools
yes.
have health centers and counseling
Hmm.
centers. It's a critical role, and
It is.
and it's hard.
Absolutely.
It's
So difficult, and it's not
it's
gotten any easier.
it's not gotten easier. In fact, I think it's getting
It's
harder.
gotten harder.
Mhm.
I
Yeah,
would agree with you.
COVID
So,
amped it up,
yeah,
and we're not really past that. I think we're still in the reverberation.
got some residual. Got some residual from that. Dr. O, if a school is like, why do I need a mentoring program? Like, what are the benefits if a school is like, we maybe we should dip our toe in, but give us some information or sell us on the reason why we should do some mentoring.
Oh, I think mentoring is magic. And I really think it makes all of us better. I mean, I'm the beneficiary of having amazing mentors,
Mm-hmm.
and I am forever grateful and appreciative. So I'm paying it forward. That's really I
Love that.
know what mentoring means, and what it has meant in my own personal and professional life. People who took that time,
Mm-hmm.
who I could see myself. I think it's sometimes affinity matters for in a mentor, but I
Yes.
also think it's just not, throwing people in the deep end and say you'll figure it out.
Good luck.
That's one way to do it, but
Yes.
maybe not the most effective way. And the
Yes.
people, the sink or swim, and I think the message, the meta communication is not, that's not really good when it comes to
Right.
meaning. If you were smart enough, you could
You
do this.
figure it out. Mm-hmm.
Need support. Why would you need support? That's for people who aren't very capable.
Oh, they're, sign of weakness or something,
That's right. That's right. But I think providing your faculty with mentors, providing your staff in your school with mentors says we're investing in you. We
Yes.
get that your growth matters, and we want to support your growth. And we get that when you show up here every day, you need to do that not only taking care of yourself and with your own growth being attended to, but with something in the tank that giving people a way to feel supported and to be fueled actually
Mm-hmm.
pays dividends
Absolutely.
in terms of what they're then able to contribute to the students and to the school
Mm-hmm.
itself and how they can show up for you. I mean, you really don't want people running the tank dry and not feeling like they have spaces where they get to be vulnerable.
Mm-hmm.
We get to kind of say, I'd love a way to think about this. Can we talk about it? Just to get some feedback and do some problem
Yeah.
solving together. I would love to hear what you think about, this or that or this plan I'm planning, and I'm just not quite sure how to get there. I'd love to talk it through with someone. I think that pays dividends in terms of retention,
For sure. Yes.
because you can hire really, really well, but the goal is that people want to stay.
Exactly.
Because they feel like I'm there, I'm challenged, I'm growing. These people appreciate me, they see me, they're invested in me. So a school where mentors, that's just a built-in part of what a school does.
Mm-hmm.
It says a lot about their investment in their workforce. And not only will they hire well, but they also will invest and retain those wonderful people that they hire. They see them as growing individuals, learning individuals, who are going to make a contribution, but that it's a two-way street.
Absolutely. I love that. Thank you for sharing that. So let's pivot a little bit because you have a book. And so we should probably talk about that. And so tell us about your new book. What inspired it? And what do you hope parents, caregivers, and educators take away from it?
So this is tapping into one of my other loves. So
Okay.
I definitely am a child clinical person, but I love talking to parents. And if there are two things I miss the most about being
Mm,
in school on an ongoing basis. One is that daily back and forth conversations with children. Yeah. And what I would
yes.
describe, all that they're concrete and just forthright and all there, right there, and being hugged around your knees every day. There's just nothing better than that.
yes.
And right up next to that, our partner is my love for partnering with parents.
Mm,
And so I really have always just told parents, you can call me about a hangnail. That it does not have to be big and traumatic and, this huge, huge problem. Because most of
hmm
what happens while you're raising children, growing children, really is about the things that are just, if you've ever had a hangnail, we've all,
Yeah, a series of hangnails.
well, you know what? This is just it's making life a little miserable. You cannot really ignore it. It just keeps
hmm
getting at you. And to just be able to kind of clear that up, there's relief in that. There's relief.
Yes, there is.
So I love, love, love doing that. So many years ago at the Park School, I used to write a regular column for parents
Mm,
in their newsletter. It was called the
uh-huh.
Parent. And so
Nice.
I wrote this column for parents, and I just love writing for parents.
Okay.
So this book, The Parent's Guide to Psychological First Aid, Helping Children Cope with Predictable Life Crises, is a book based on sound psychological science, all the topics one could think about raising children from birth through going away to college,
Okay.
36 chapters.
Wow.
Everybody who wrote a chapter in this book, they're all experts in the area that they wrote the chapter
Mm-hmm.
on. Anything you can think of that kind of parents, oh, I wonder about this, I wonder about that. There should be a chapter in that book. Now, unlike a book, a lot of parenting books, this is not a book you're going to take off of the shelf and read cover to cover.
Okay.
It's like the first aid kit, so thus the name.
Got it.
Need your first aid kit, you take it off the shelf and you get what you need.
What you need, and you put it back.
Yeah, there you go. And then you put it back.
Yep.
And sometimes you'll look at a few other things in the first aid kit and say, oh, yeah, I got to remember I have that in there because
I need that.
I need that one day. But this book is that kind of book that you're going to
Okay.
pull down and you're gonna look for some guidance and some resources about whatever is the problem du jour,
Mm,
or something that you're anticipating is coming up. There may be a big life event in your family, maybe an impending divorce, or maybe someone has died, or you're expecting that. Could be about friendships, all kinds of things that have to do with school, about you name it. There's
mhm.
a chapter in this book. So
Wonderful.
was one of the co-editors of this book. I was
Okay.
actually responsible for 11 of the chapters, and I actually was the writer. I was the author of one chapter in the book.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. I love it. And so you also, in addition to your book, you often present on self-care for people of color and for those in helping professions. I love that, helping professions.
Mhm.
What are some of the most common misconceptions about self-care that you encounter?
Oh my. They don't have that. I don't have time for that. That's indulgent.
Yes.
And I'll get around to it.
Uh-huh.
Indeed, to do that, I'm wasting time. I really
Mm,
should be doing,
X, yeah.
I should be attending to why.
Mhm.
And, I'm with Audre Lorde. Mm-mm, it's not self-indulgent. It's like an act of political warfare. It is what I do because I need it. I deserve it. And
Yes.
it's the path forward to really doing my best in almost every other realm, if not
Mhm.
well. And to be perfectly honest, I present about it. I'm ardently invested in it because I truly, at times, have struggled. I work and worked a lot.
Yes.
Even in this semi-retirement, people laugh. The people who know me is like, yeah, sounds like
Uh-huh.
you're still pretty busy to me, Olivia. On the Dr. O thing, I don't know. Have you really? Is this really a retirement? I said, it's semi.
Semi-retired. Got it.
But it truly is important to be aware that you too need to feed your soul, and that work is
Absolutely.
not life. It is not everything. Should
Mhm.
place of your investment in relationships and your getting adequate rest and your attending to how you are meeting really basic needs, like what are you fueling your body with,
Uh-huh.
are you sleeping well really, and are you prioritizing moving your body? Is exercise really something that you've built in,
Yeah.
whatever form that is? Just get up and walk,
Yeah.
some
Just
fresh
get up and walk.
air. Yeah. And
Important.
I think those of many of us in independent schools are really kind of type A at heart. We're hard workers,
We are.
high bar
Yes.
for, when is enough? Well, that's why they hired us because, we set a very high bar and we will just keep going.
We'll keep going.
We'll just keep going. And that's really, it's not really sustainable. Our work is,
No.
is, is more a marathon than it is a sprint.
Mm-hmm.
Like any marathoner will tell you, you just don't head out the door and run a marathon. You
You do
have
not. You have to train.
you have
Mhm.
to train. You have to fuel. You have to be thinking long game.
Right.
You got to build up some stamina. You have to have enough in the tank to take you
Mm-hmm.
on the journey. And that's what self-care does. It does. And it also says, you know what? I'm a part of my life too.
Yeah, I value myself, right?
Myself. I'm a human being, and a worthy one. I'm not just a human doing every day.
Right.
Because quite frankly, any one of us can be replaced. And I would say to
Absolutely.
myself, so if you don't take care of yourself, Dr. O,
Uh-huh.
and at some point you can't show up at the park school, let's think, wonder how long it would take them
To find someone else.
to figure out another way. You are not irreplaceable. And literally, we probably, the 26 year, maybe 26 minutes, they figure out something. Okay, 26
Oh, 26 minutes, huh?
days, but it wouldn't take that long.
That long. No, you're right. You're absolutely correct, but we don't think about that stuff
We
because
don't,
I feel like a lot of times our self-worth is tied up into, the work that we do, and we feel like if we take a step back or if we don't go as hard that, it's a reflection on who we are as people, and that was something that I had to, really kind of reverse in my mind
yeah.
and take a different approach.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. And I
Mhm.
think that's, for people of color, I think that's just another layer. I think if we wait until people say, okay, now it's your turn to take care of yourself, it's not going to happen.
No.
Don't wait on that. Don't wait on
Don't wait.
No, because there will
No.
always be another place where your energies will be required,
Mhm.
where people will want you to turn your focus, and where they will want to all that time, the time you could invest, and that you can say, this is the time I rest, and that
Yes.
I'm going to prioritize rest and or
Mhm.
some other dimension of my life. Um, you have to do that.
Yeah. You have to do it because no one's gonna do it for you. They can't do it for you.
They can't do it for you. And here again, here's the type A piece too. Perfection is not the goal.
I know.
It's
I know. I feel like I had to say that for myself.
no, because it'll keep you from even trying and from making those little deposits that
Right,
really do matter.
right.
The steps that we can take that really
Mhm.
do cumulatively make a difference, a significant difference. We'll shy away from those because
Yeah.
we weren't able to do the most. And it's not all about the most. It really is about those little consistent daily habits
Mhm.
that we have, the ways that we can really shift things and that are really within our reach. They
Yes.
really are. Uh, that's what will make a significant difference. And those are the things you can keep doing.
Right.
Otherwise,
Sustainable.
it's just a setup. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just a setup. Yeah.
I believe you. I believe you. So, Doctor O, when you consult with schools, what do you see as the essential elements of a psychologically healthy school culture?
Oh, so the curriculum is all good.
Sure.
It's all good
Yeah.
because all of our schools are going to have an amazing curriculum.
Right.
They just are because that's what we are selling.
Mhm.
We're selling the best technology. We're selling state of the art. We are selling and we're really selling our physical plants.
Right.
You know, when people show up, they want to see an
They
impressive
want to see.
they want those facilities to shine. They want to know. So where's that, what's that studio look like? What's
Uh-huh.
all the things,
All the things.
all the
Mhm.
so our schools, know they have to have those things in place. But then you need to peel some of that back. Peel some of that back and look at the program in a whole new way. Look at the schedule and see if there's breathing room, quite frankly. You know, for younger students, when do they play?
Mm.
When do they actually get to do things that are creative? Things that actually give them contact and in child ways where they get to grapple with
Yes.
problems, work together, figure out
Mhm.
things um, in a way that's not all programmed. I think those things that makes for a healthy school where you can
Okay.
see where people would get to breathe.
Mm.
Otherwise, it's like it's all orchestrated beautifully. But where's the downtime in that day? Where's
Right.
the spaces where you can say, and here's where, if you need a little support, you can
Mhm.
go see a
You go get it.
model. This is where you would do that. If you just wanted to explore, or if you wanted to be with your peers, or if you wanted to spend time in that, creative space, here's how it's built into our day because
Our day.
we think people need that. And
Yes.
I'm also looking for schools that round out a person.
Mm.
So yes, we've got all the rigor, but we also appreciate that, there's rigor, and then there's the other student who's going to thrive. They're going to be fine in the academics, but they need another space.
Ah,
They need those other spaces where they're going to get to really shine.
yes.
And we've got the stage for that. We've got the spaces for the
Mhm.
students as well. And you don't have to be the same kind of learner to thrive here. So, is this a school that appreciates different learning styles?
Okay.
Not only saying that, but then how do you support that? What does
Yes.
that look like?
Mhm.
How does that student get what they need? And is there a way that happens that doesn't add on? Oh gosh, it means you got to opt out of
Something else.
other things. That's right.
Right.
That's
Mhm.
yeah. So the delivery system, I think it really does matter.
Okay.
And is this a student centered school? Now you might say, well, of course it is. It's a school,
Mm.
but not necessarily.
Right.
Not necessarily, because sometimes, and the deans would know this. So
Mhm.
what's on the books in terms of the policies and all of that student handbook, it's really built around what the school needs
Yes.
versus does this center students and their lives and their well-being and what's good for students and allow them to learn not only the academic lessons but the life lessons.
Yes.
What are those policies,
Mhm.
that give room? How do we manage conflict?
Yeah.
you know
Absolutely.
what happens when there's an
Mhm.
incident? Because it's not an if, it's when.
It's when. Absolutely.
It's when.
You're
What happens when students make a mistake? What's that process? Is there a restorative justice program or approach at this school?
Mhm.
What does that look like? Or is it really punitive?
Yeah.
Is it really about zero
Yep.
tolerance? What does discipline look like? What do consequences look like?
Mhm.
What are we ultimately trying to teach? Because you're teaching all the time, not
All the
just
time.
in those classrooms, but you're teaching, through everything.
Absolutely.
Thing that a school has on its walls, in terms of how you interact, in terms of responses to all kinds of things, always, always teaching. So
Yes.
those are the kinds of things that I'm looking for, that I look for, and that are deeply meaningful to me, and what I would
Mhm.
like parents to be asking questions about and to get more and more curious about. And look at those students. How do they interact with you when you go tour? This is that season.
Yes, it is.
There's a lot of open houses
A lot of open houses, admission season for sure.
to go, right?
Yes.
So I would want to look at what's on the walls for sure, but there are a lot of students generally who are your tour guides during the
Mhm.
times. Ask them about
Yeah.
your experience at the school, and take it to heart, because they're the ones who are there every day and who are growing
Right.
up in those spaces. And ask other parents, what as a parent, what's your experience. So at the younger grades, parents show up a lot in schools in pre-K,
Right.
right? They have a much closer relationship in terms of their physical presence,
Mhm.
involvement in very practical ways in the pre-K to eighth. Secondary schools, sometimes that's what parents miss the most,
Yeah.
because they know they cannot be there all the time.
Right.
You do not expect your parents to be,
Right.
involved in those same kinds of ways.
Mhm.
And by design, as your child gets older, some things that you used to manage, they need to manage themselves. And the teachers and the advisors are actually going to consider your child a much greater part of the partnership
Right.
than perhaps when they were younger. But you want to know what that looks like from other parents, and how do they view their role as a part of the school? Does the school welcome their partnership in appropriate ways?
Right.
All,
Mhm.
all the different things. So I would lift the hood up very, very
Okay.
carefully,
Yes,
ask a lot of questions, and take it all in, certainly visually, uh,
for sure.
within those conversations.
That's great. And so, Doctor, as we think about wrapping up today, how can people get in touch with you if they're interested in kind of thinking more about the work that you do, or if they want to have you come speak about your book? How can they find you?
Oh, I absolutely welcome your emails. And I have a very, very long last name. You skip one letter, it's not going to, I'll never see it. So I'm a hyphenated name, but the two names together without the hyphen, Moorhead Slaughter, and it's Moorehead, S as in Sam, Laughter. So Moorhead Slaughter at gmail.com. So
Wonderful.
not hard to find whatsoever.
Okay.
And I will relish and welcome you reaching out by email. That is the best way, and that's the best email address.
Okay.
But again, please resist more house slaughter. I'll really
That's not
you'll
you.
be
No.
surprised.
Oh, no, I get it.
Moorhead with two O's and with
No.
the E. It happens, and so that's why I'm pausing there and emphasizing it. Don't put the hyphen in; just string it together. Moorhead slaughter
String it together.
at gmail
Got it.
dot com.
Excellent. And so we'll put that up for our readers as well so they can see it. So before we go, do you have time for a quick lightning round of questions?
Well, let's do it. I should mention one other thing. I am on
Okay.
LinkedIn. I'm probably not
Okay.
the most I know I'm not the most active user of LinkedIn, but I'm on LinkedIn. So
All
you
right.
can
So they
also
can
find
find you there too.
me on LinkedIn. Yeah.
Awesome. Excellent. Okay. So let's do some lightning round
Okay,
questions.
let's do it.
All right. So what's a small daily ritual that keeps you grounded?
Ooh, daily. Well, I love my morning coffee,
Mm-hmm.
and I love the newspaper.
Okay.
And
A physical
a
newspaper.
simple
Wow.
newspaper. It's still delivered to my house.
Wow.
I absolutely adore the newspaper. I love the crossword puzzle that's in that newspaper. That's something I do every.
Okay.
But every morning with my coffee in this semi-retired me world, I actually get to pair them and have my breakfast with coffee and newspaper every morning. That is a ritual that it feels like self-care. It launches me and it starts my day. Here's one other thing. If I'm going to get in a workout, it generally is going to be first thing in the morning.
Gotcha.
What I don't have to do anymore is get up before 5 o'clock to make that
Oh,
happen before going to school.
I'm glad to hear
Now
that.
I'm looking for more in the six-ish realm or whatever,
Uh-huh.
but my elliptical machine is my friend.
Okay.
Where I can sweat out the stress, get the heart rate going, do the things,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm a push-ups person
Nice.
because I need to be able to put my bag in the overhead compartment. That's the goal, is
Yes.
to be able to put that
Yes. Be
carry
able to put your bag in the overhead bin.
on
Absolutely.
sets of 50. But that's not a daily, I have to say. That's
Okay.
probably, truthfully,
Mm-hmm.
3 to 5 times a week.
Okay, well, that's good.
Yeah.
I like it. So, all right, next question. A book or mentor who has shaped the way you think about care or leadership?
I have to give my shout out and give props to Dr. Jessica Henderson Daniel.
Okay.
So she is a Black woman. She's a psychologist, and I actually met her when I was still in college.
Oh, wow.
We went to the same church, St.
Mm-hmm.
Me in Cambridge, and someone pointed her out to me in the congregation because they knew I wanted to be a child clinical psychologist, and they said, "You need to meet Dr. Daniel." So one day after church, we sat on the church pew, and she talked to me about graduate school in clinical psychology. She talked to me about her career as a child clinical psychologist. At the time, she had been at Children's Hospital Boston
Mm.
for maybe 6, 7 years. So she
Okay.
was still an early career psychologist at the time.
Okay.
And I came back after graduate school at the University of Denver. I came back to the Boston area because I wanted her to be my supervisor in internship. And she was at Children's Hospital and Judge Baker Children's Center, went on to do lots of things that she did in her career. But she was very intentional in her
Mm.
mentorship, talking about her leadership roles. And in fact, I joined APA because of her mentorship. I was not an
Wonderful.
APA member even before
Okay.
my being mentored by Dr. Henderson Daniel, who talked about why it was important to belong to APA and not just belong, but to get involved in leadership roles and governance roles, to be at those tables, to be
Mm-hmm.
part of that in that part of the psychology profession and to make a
Mm-hmm.
contribution. That really, those seeds were planted
Okay.
by Henderson Daniel. So she would be right there.
Wonderful. And so, last question. One piece of advice you'd offer to educators heading or managing a tough school year?
Oh,
Hmm.
think long game.
Okay.
There will be those years. And in fact, the the chapter that I wrote in that book for parents is about that year, that the longest year ever, because it's a mismatch year
Yes.
where it's not off the charts. It's not a year. You're not going to change the teacher. You're not. Nothing's going to change, and it's going to be hard because this is not working for your child, so it's not going to work well every day in your household. Well, there will be years like that professionally
Mm-hmm.
where it's just a slog, it's just hard, but there's growth in those years. There are things
Sure.
that you're going to learn, and you're going to build stamina in those years, and it's going to equip you in some way for something that, quite frankly, is to come. You're going to learn things about yourself and from those experiences that you're not going to get from those glory years,
Yeah.
ones where it's just success after success. You're on a roll. But it's the years where it's like, oh my gosh, there is some
It's a
crushing.
challenge.
There's a real challenge, and it's stretching you, and you're,
Yeah.
wow, am I going to make it through this year? What am I, how in the world am I ever going to survive this? The goal is to keep your North Star,
Mm-hmm.
to think about this year as a growth year. It's the kind of year kids have sometimes. We've all
Yes.
had those years, and when we're younger, we will likely have them in our adult years too. And in schools, there are definitely those years where you're like, oh, I've never seen this before. And then another
Mhm.
one comes.
And then, right. Until the next one, right?
Until the next one. Yes, yes, yes.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for joining me today. It's been such a pleasure. It's so good to see you again.
Mutual pleasure for sure.
Oh, well, thank you so much. And thanks everyone for pulling up a chair at the table today. I hope this conversation with Dr. O gave you something to think about, or maybe even something to try out in your own community. If you're enjoying the table, don't forget to subscribe, share it with a friend, or leave a comment. It really helps more people find us. And as always, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and we'll see you next time on the table. Have a good one.
Thank you for joining us for this episode of the Table Podcast Series. Is your student life program delivering on your mission? Our new K-12 student life assessment moves you beyond anecdotes to evidence-based decisions. Through comprehensive stakeholder surveys and expert analysis, you'll get concrete insights across 8 essential dimensions of student life, from culture and wellness to staff effectiveness and resource allocation. We're seeking founding partner schools to be the first to experience this transformative assessment process and help shape the future of student life evaluation. Today's episode was hosted by Bridget Johnson in conversation with Olivia Moorhead-Slaughter, produced and edited by Andrick Sigmund, and music by PremiumBeat.com. For any questions, contact information can be found in the episode description. And as always, thanks again for listening.